This conference will now be recorded.
So what are we doing right now? We are going ahead with a query. So query is something which can be built upon a table, a single or multiple tables, and we can also write some code as well to manipulate the data. And this can be done in three transaction codes. We have SQ01, where we have the query can be displayed. SQ02, SQ02, we have the info set. SQ03, we have the query, the package, kind of a package. So here we have this info set folder kind of thing. That would be, so SQ03 is where we actually create a kind of a package, the user group. Okay, we call it as user group. Okay, now here we are going to go ahead and create this query in the SQ01 track. SQ03 is what we'll start with. So in SQ03 we create a group. Say something like Z VIP underscore CGI. Okay, this is my user group. And info set name is Z VIP underscore IS1. This query display. So query display ZVIP underscore say the query display, right? So for the query display, we give it something like a query Q1. Okay, simple Q1. Okay, so I'll create this like this. We'll have this user group is ZVIP CGI is what I'm doing. You can probably do it something like this: Z followed by employee code underscore user group UG1. Okay, and this one is something which you can give it as Z employee code underscore info set 1 IS1. And here you can probably give it as something like Z12345 6. That's in this for Q1. This is what we have. Okay, let's go ahead and do that now. So user group is something which we need to create here, and I'll create it as ZVIP underscore CGI and click on create. CGI. No, ZVIP underscore CGI is the user group. Okay, ZVIP underscore CGI is the user group. Now here we'll go ahead with ZVIP underscore CGI is the user group, and then we'll go for the info set SQ02. Now let us first get the data from a single table, say Mara. Okay, anyways we have already taken Mara, so we will choose couple of fields and then we'll go for that. So info set, we have to create an info set, and I plan for doing it as ZVIP underscore IS1 and create. CGI, and we'll go for direct read of table. Now table join using basis table is something which we can do for inner join kind of a process, but here we are giving only single table Mara. And then further options. I'm clicking on the further options. Then we'll have all these options. So all these things will be auto generated here. Info set and all these things will be auto generated. So we can go ahead with that, and we can also go for external program, integrated program, and all these things we can do. We can go ahead with that. So include key fields. So what I'm saying is here we'll be having three options. Do you want to include all the fields of Mara, or only key fields of Mara, or none of the fields? So I'm select by default is include key fields. So include key fields means that maintainer is a key field, right? So only that one will be visible here. If you see only maintainer is the key field, that's the reason it came here. Now you can drag and drop other fields as well here. Okay, whatever the fields that we have, we can drag and drop them here, and we can create we can save it as an info set. Yeah, so these are all the fields that we have in the Mara table. So created on, then we have name of the person created, date, date of last change, all these things. Okay, now we'll just save it, save again. Now this is done. So once it's been done, save, generate. So you need to click on generate is similar to what we do activation, right? So it's similar to activation, we have the generate here. So once it's been done, we are done with that. We have to remember this info set, but we have to assign an info set to the group, some group. Okay, otherwise we'll not be able to access that data. So role and user group. So in the role user group, we'll select the user group which we have already done now. So let me come to the last so that we can see that ZVIP. I just need to search that ZVIP CGI. This is the one, right? So I'll just assign this one for that. Okay, and save it and back. Save it and back. Now, once it's been done, we have this link done. And now this to this ZVIP IS1 info set, we can go ahead and create a query list. We can just check out the data in the query. SQ01 is the transaction code that we have here. So we'll go ahead with the SQ01. And in this, we'll go for ZVIP underscore Q1 and click on create. So this is the info set that we have. Okay, so this is material related data. Material data. If you want to write something, you can write some details here. Save it and back. Say OK. Back. Now here, once it's been done, we can process it. We can go ahead and we can browse the data. Test. So we'll go further. Okay, quick view. I'll go for that same IS1, info set 1, IS1. I'll click on, this is Q1, an info set query, because we have created an info set and then accessing it, right? So info set query. So here we have this. These are all the fields that we already have. I'm selecting this material number or created on or say last changed. Okay, I'm just selecting that as a select statement, and output, all these fields are output. Okay, now that we have done this, fields query that what I tick mark is for the selection. Okay, then now we can execute this, and it asks, okay, last change date. What do you want to give? So I'll be giving something like execute. So we get this data, and this data is in the form of a ALV report, right? So just like ALV report, and we have not written even a single line of code. Everything got generated by the system. So this happens in the query. So we have done an info set query. We have created an info set query now, and I repeat the steps. What we have done is we went into SQ03 first. We created a user group. That's very important, and then we created an info set, and we assigned an info set to the user group. That's the second step. uh, the third step, and then we have created a query, and we displayed the data in the query. So this is what we have done. So the transaction codes we have used is SQ03, SQ02, SQ01. And you can go ahead and the assignment for this would be say something like LFA1 table. You can take LFA1 table and get the data from there. So if you feel that LFA1 is already being used and you want to explore some other tables, then we can also go for LFD1. Let me check if the data is there in that. Yeah, vendor master, company code details. Master company code.